Hi, it's Alaska Granny. I'm winding down a trip to the lower 48. I've been staying in my trailer. It has been freezing cold. It's been getting down in the low 30s at night. Luckily, my heater's been working great. I have an electric blanket, lots of cozy, snuggly throws, and so I've been able to stay warm. One of the challenges, though, has been that the wind has been ridiculous and branches and leaves have been blowing all over. The wind has been affecting the internet, and so that has been very spotty. No matter where we are, there's always challenges. We just need to roll with the flow. Anyway, I thought it was a good time to make one last run to the Dollar Tree. And one of the things I was focusing on this time were a few things I need for my trailer, but I also wanted to stock up on some extra food. One of the things that's been concerning me in the news is the talk about Russia sending missiles into Europe with possible nuclear weapons. And they're saying they sent some with dummy nuclears. And I don't know if they would even dare to do such a thing. Even the threat of it anywhere in the world is a concern. So my fear is if something does happen into the NATO nations, there is going to be a huge run on food. The world is going to be completely changed overnight. I don't fear that we will have any kind of bombs dropped on the United States. We don't know, but even if it doesn't affect us here at home, it does affect us because the whole world is going to be in an uproar. And if food goes disappearing out of the stores overnight in Europe, you can bet that it will be reflected here at home and the same thing will happen. So remember back when the pandemic started and people just went crazy. They ran to the store. They didn't even know what to get. Things were just crazy. So if there is a possibility that this war could escalate, then you need to be prepared that there could be food shortages, runs on foods. Things could go crazy. I decided I want to get an extra tote and stockpile some additional food in this location because it's good to spread out your supplies and have things wherever you might be. No one ever knows what's coming, and there are certainly challenges wherever you are. And so be prepared to roll with it. Be prepared to take care of yourself, whatever your location, whatever you're doing, whatever the day may bring. So let me show you the foods that I bought at the Dollar Tree. I visited a different Dollar Tree than I usually go to, and yes, the things in the store were different. The prices are all still $1.25. I know I've read that some Dollar Trees have things up to $5, but I've never seen one of those. Anyway, let me show you the food items that I bought to add to my stockpile so that I have an additional supply of food no matter what the crazy world brings my way. First, I bought some little grab-and-go, open-and-eat fruit cups. These have a date on them of 2024. You can open and eat them. They're ready to go. I was able to find natural applesauce and mango, and I don't think mango is something we usually find like that, so I was glad to pick up each of those. Jerky is a good open-and-eat food. I bought one turkey jerky. Jerky is not something that I like to eat a lot, but it's nice to have the option of a tear open and eat snack, and this also had a date of 2024. Dollar Tree didn't have any of the shelf-stable regular like Gosner milk, but they did have almond milk, so I picked up an almond milk, and the almond milk has a date at the end of 2023, so it has about a year's shelf life on it. I haven't ever seen this pasta sauce before, but a jar of pasta sauce for $1.25 is a pretty good deal. If you see a food you've never tried before and you want to check it out, buy one and try it. If you like it, you can always get more. And if you don't like it, you haven't wasted your money on food that you don't want to eat. This also has a long life date on it. The interesting thing about this Dollar Tree, while they had pasta sauce, they had no pasta in the store. When I buy pasta sauces, I usually try to buy 2 jars of sauce for 1 pound of pasta, and that has been the ratio that works well for me. Because it's near the holiday season, Dollar Tree had canned gravy, so I picked up 1 turkey and 1 chicken. Interestingly, they had lots of gravy, but they had no mashed potatoes, so you need to make sure that you still can find the foods that you want to go with the other foods that you stockpile. One of the nice things about storing something like gravies, meat-flavored gravies, is if you can't get meat because it becomes too expensive or in short supply, you still have something that has a meat flavor, and it can help soothe your cravings for foods if times become so hard that you can't have the things you want. You can find ways to accommodate those desires. I picked up some meals in a can of beef stew, and they only had one chicken a la king, so I made sure I bought that. Nicely, the beef stew and the chicken a la king had a date of 2025. Make sure that you're checking the dates when you're buying foods, because I've seen outdated foods in all kinds of stores, and you don't want to buy food that's already past its best by date. I bought 1 can of vegetable soup, 1 can of olives. My little granddaughter has learned about olives and she loves them. So Granny needs to have some of these for when she spends time with me. Dollar Tree had lots of seasonings. I bought some onion powder, some garlic powder, and I noticed that they did have the Himalayan salt, but now it's in a half-pound bag. It used to be 1 pound. So if you were able to stockpile when it was a full pound for $1.25, that was good work. I never noticed bouillon at the Dollar Tree before, but I was glad to find not only a beef bouillon, but a vegetable bouillon, and that's harder to find. These both have a date on them of 2024, but I expect, like seasonings, that these will last longer, but it's nice to have the variety in your food storage stockpile. One of the nice things about storing the bouillon powder is that you can make many cups of broth out of these rather than storing giant cans or packages of broth. You can take up less room in your pantry, and you have still the ability to have the foods that you want. Dollar Tree also had the longest lasting dried foods that we all want as a basis to our longest lasting food. I was able to pick up a bag of lentils, a bag of black beans, Great Northern beans, pinto beans. They also had kidney beans, but I don't store as many kidney beans simply because kidney beans have a component in them that you need to absolutely make sure that you soak them and cook them, because they can actually give out some toxins. And so I like to buy canned kidney beans and not store so many of the dried ones. I found a 2-pound bag of long grain rice. They also had 1-pound bags of jasmine rice for the $1.25. I've been low on sandwich bags, so I bought 1 box to leave with my stockpile with my trailer, and I bought 2 boxes to go into my suitcase to take back to Alaska. I bought a package of straws because I like them. And something I had never seen before was a package of canning lids. This is a package of 10 regular mouth canning lids. Now, I don't know that these would necessarily work great for actual canning, but I like to store a lot of dried foods like the rice and the beans, oatmeal, pasta, all types of dry foods. I place into clean canning jars and add a lid, and these are certainly going to come in handy to help me store dry food long term. If you've seen the canning lids at Dollar Tree and you've ever tried them for actual canning, let us know if they're trustworthy and you should use them. If not, you can continue to use them like I do to store your dried foods. Next, I hit up the medicine and first aid. I got an additional package of some pain reliever. I bought 3 bottles of cough syrup because coughs are just something that I've been struggling with during winter time. I bought a fresh bottle of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is like bleach. It will lose its potency over time. Don't store it for the long haul and think you can set it and forget it. You need to replace your hydrogen peroxide. If you ever pour it out and it's not doing any bubbling, it isn't any good anymore. It's turned into water. Just like if you can't smell your bleach anymore, it isn't any good anymore. It's turned into water. So you want to make sure that your bleach and your peroxide are things that you rotate regularly. I bought another little jar of petroleum jelly because I realized somehow I don't have one in my trailer, so I need one. I love these ropes from Dollar Tree. They are just so sturdy, and so I can't resist picking another one up for $1.25. I keep thinking one day I'm going to go in there and these are going to be gone, and the other ropes they have at Dollar Tree are just not worth it. So I pick these up whenever I see them, and they come in all kinds of different colors. I like the Dollar Tree readers. I've broken a few lately, and so it's great to have the ability to stock up on extras, so I'll have them when I want to read things. I picked up a small roll of duct tape. I have a few little chores to do around my trailer, Then I noticed when I came here in the fall that I had some elm beetles inside my trailer. So I bought some of the roach traps because they don't have to be roaches. Any bugs that crawl through here get stuck on the sticky tape. So I'm going to put these around in my trailer so that anything that comes creeping around is going to get stuck in here and not get to make a happy home while I'm away. So this is the latest haul I did from Dollar Tree so that I can have some additional supplies on hand because nobody knows what's coming. We want to be prepared to have the smoothest life possible. Prepping is lifestyle insurance. I want to have an enjoyable life, so I want to have extra supplies on hand. But I only buy supplies that I'm willing to use and rotate, and that's what I suggest that you do too. And because the world is uncertain, please make sure that you have at least 30 days worth of food. That's not an unreasonable amount for each of us to have available to feed our families. Make your life easier when you have the things you need so that you can go to your prepper pantry, your supply stockpile, all of the things that you have. You can choose what you need, shop with your own supplies. You'll have your own grocery store, drugstore, hardware store in your possession, and then you'll have the things you need so you don't have to be so worried about what if the crazy world does something nutty next. We're ready for it. We don't like it, but we can face it. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.